Welcome back to Random City Sportsballers. My other microphone just isn't working today, so I'm switching to the handheld microphone. But it works. I'm okay with it. So I promised a video telling you my credentials on why you should pay attention to something I might have to say. I don't know if I'm going to be right about everything, but I'm going to be right about some things. And here I am going to explain that to you, my credentials, my history in Yahoo Fantasy Sports, specifically baseball and football. So let's take a look at football first. Fantasy football, my rating. See, this graph right here tells you what your rating is from year to year. And you can see how I started out poorly. The graph raises. Comes up in here into the diamond range, flutters around, drops in 2019 when we had some major family emergency, and back into platinum and should have been diamond to finish this year, but they took away 8 points from me last week, and I'm not sure why. But here we are. I finished diamond 3 times, platinum several times. Other than 2019, I haven't fallen below platinum since 2013. So coming up on 10 years as a platinum player. Let's take a look at my win percentage, 56.5%, and that includes the earliest days of my time in fantasy football on Yahoo. We look at the trophies I've gotten over the course of 86 teams from 2005 till 2022. 86 teams. I have 40 trophies. Now, a trophy is achieved when you get first place, second place, or third place. That is on Yahoo. So half of the time, well, nearly half of the time, I have made it to at least third place. That's a pretty good record. I don't care who you are. If you've made top 3 in the finishing rankings half the time, you're a scary opponent in fantasy football. I would not want to face someone who is like me. Then we go ahead and look at fantasy baseball. Baseball, you can see starting back, I want to say I started in 2006. But anyhow, we go all the way back, and it was not good. I hovered in that silver area, oh boy, all the way until 2016. But then in 2017, I cracked the code a little bit and finally made it into a gold rating. Back up to gold, silver, gold, and finally now I am platinum. But the same thing occurs with both of these curves, just you can see it took me a lot longer to get going in fantasy baseball, and then the curves swooped up. It was around 2015, a friend of mine had challenged me. He said, "You do so well in fantasy football. What is your problem in fantasy baseball? Why are you so bad at it?" And I was like, I don't know. Well, something dawned on me. I wasn't watching the games. I wasn't watching baseball. When you watch the games, you can see things emerge. You can see players emerge. And that's going to help you. You can see I started watching baseball around 2016 and swooped right up there, and now my graph has not gone back down. Now I'm a platinum rated fantasy baseball player. Not great, but I am getting there, and I'll tell you, I have used the same information that I use in football, and it works. The same strategy works. Look at my football. I mean, it is a monster curve in football. I'm very good at football compared to baseball. But in baseball, I've gotten very good as well. So, in baseball, I have 58 teams and only 12 trophies, first, second, or third place for a trophy. You can see, going up to 2016, it was not good. It was not good at all. So let's take a look at what my trophies were. When did they start coming in? 2007, I had a third place trophy. 2017, you can see right here, my first quality baseball trophy. I got my first place finish in 2019, then in 2020, 2022, I had 2 of them. Also, a second place, 2 third place. So I've got 4 first place finishes, 2 second place finishes, and 6 third place finishes. But the important thing is to look at the overview graph. All the way down here in bronze rating until 2017. The improvement was made because I started applying the same logic I used in fantasy football to fantasy baseball. Football, let's take a look at what those trophies look like. First trophy. It's so many trophies. Back in 2006. And I've been winning. Look at all these first place trophies scattered throughout. Some second place, some third place. But the good news is you still get money for second and third place. Overall, I have 21 first place trophies out of 86 teams. That's 1 out of every 4 teams. 25% of the teams I am in, I win a championship. 11 more second place teams. That's 32 out of 86. That's better than 1 out of every 3. 1 out of every 3, I make the championship game. And then we scatter in 8 third place finishes to get your money back in a Yahoo Pay League. So let's take a look at the history. There's some important things to notice here. I have certain teams, like here, Random City Sportsballers finished first place this year. It's a team name that I just started using. I have so many different team names I have used over the years. Among my favorite is Munchlax. It's a team that my son named for me back in 2006. Been using that name in that league ever since. And there's an importance to the name you give your team. If you're going to be in the same league over and over again, it lets people know who you are. I use the same team name. I use the same image for the logo. And everybody, even though we are not anywhere near the same place, most of these players are from Florida. There's one from Maryland. These are not local people, so we only play on Yahoo. But we have this league that we created years ago, and we all still play together. And they knew who Munchlax was, and they are afraid of Munchlax being their opponent each week because I'm good. I'm not the greatest, but I am good. I'll give myself that. And in baseball, boy, oh boy, things look real good here recently. Third place, fifth, sixth, seven, second for Empire Strikes Out. Yes, that's one of my favorites to use in baseball. It's a play on Empire Strikes Back, Empire Strikes Out. And right here, Random City Sportsballers, they finished 7th, just out of the playoffs. We got some first place from randomly named teams. Let's look for some more trophies. Pocket Aces got 3rd. Picture got 2nd. Cool Story Bro got 1st. Thermopolis team got 3rd. Let's go back to 2019 before we see another trophy. First place for Thermopolis team. Empire Strikes Out got 7th, just out of the playoffs. Lots of really decent play going on here all the way through. You can see I didn't have a lot going on. 2012, I had 1 team, finished 12th. 2013, I had 1 team, finished 7th. 2014, I had 1 team, finished 8th. 2015, I didn't even play. And then I got 6th place in 2016. 2017, 3rd place, 4th place. And you can see the improvements happening here. And that's why you see my curve go from that low bronze up into platinum now. Because here in the last year, you can see I got just last year 3 trophies there and 2 more here. 5 trophies last year. Several teams, but I learned a lot, and I've now been making the playoffs every time. Well, most times. I did not make the playoffs with Random City Sportsballers or Hibernating Turtle or C-Note. I want to blame Fernando Tatis on that one, but we all suffer injuries. There's no excuse. Don't let your injuries be an excuse for why you lost. I should have done better. But here we are. This is what I've got. So that's my credentials for fantasy football and fantasy baseball. If you want to really laugh, let's take a look at fantasy basketball. And I don't have nothing. I don't even have anything. Nothing to see. How about fantasy hockey? Ooh. I have 2 teams. 16 wins, 32 losses. So bad. So bad. But history on hockey. Let's take a look at the history on basketball. I told you this is not good, but I got first place in a 2-team league. Yay? But this is also bad. Most of what I do in basketball, if you can see here, this is all the tournament pick'em for the NCAA March Madness tournament. You get to run a free team, and I finished third place in 2006 on a fantasy basketball team. Good for me. Ooh, I got a second place and a first place. This was a 12-team league. I got first place. Nice job, me. Beginner's luck. It happens sometimes. You just draft right. Anyhow, this is my credentials. I am actually good at fantasy football, fantasy baseball. I am getting better, but I am still pretty good. Right now, I've gotten to the point where I feel very comfortable with fantasy baseball. I've been comfortable with fantasy football for quite a while. And I want to help everyone out here who wants to watch these videos improve the way that I have improved. So, let's get out there and improve our scores.